Now we arrive at the port Naples, but I'm meeting someone who runs cooking vacations down in Positano where she lives, and I just love the Amalfi Coast, so of course that's where I'm going. What a beautiful ride down to the most picturesque places in Amalfi. It's lots of houses perched on hills, naturally beautiful, and all the houses are stacked, tiered into the cliffs. And the colors are so pretty with peach and pink, and it's just so stunning. Right in Sorrento, there was this lookout with a lemonade stand, and I can't resist getting a fresh lemon juice.
Ciao, Lauren.
Ciao. I meet Lauren at her fishmonger. She wants to buy a special fish for us to cook later on.
Woo! Questa è Signor Zita Cruz, and we're here to buy the best catch of the day to make a good 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃.
Yes, 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃. This one is amberjack.
Amberjack.
Yes.
Okay, amberjack. Okay. Can we take that one?
Which one do you like better?
This
You want the first one?
The first one.
one.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Grazie.
𝗙𝗏𝗁𝗀𝗃.
Grazie.
Grazie. Grazie, Nicola. Ciao.
So, Lauren feels we can't start our day without having one of the best cappuccinos at her favorite cafe. We walk through these pretty, winding streets down some of the steep steps to La Zagara. Who knew this very generous owner would want me to try every dessert that they had? The table's filled with pastries, and they're just delicious.
So we're here in Positano, which was a sleepy fishing village, and now it's a little, they call it the Pearl on the Amalfi Coast. It's on the tourist track, but things are still handmade, and places like 𝗪𝗲𝗃, La 𝗪𝗃𝗃 is owned by Mario. It's the most famous pastry shop in Campania on the Amalfi Coast, and they're still making things the way his mama made them, like the breast of Venus or the
his
𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃.
favorite. This is great.
And the church bells still ring at mezzogiorno,
Yeah, because you still
midday.
feel that old world feeling here, even though they've tried to modernize things.
And 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃, the name of this famous pastry cafe, is the lemon flower. Why? Because we're under a lemon garden, and they pick all of their lemons that go into the pastries that are predominantly have the lemon essence in them.
Yeah, this is fabulous. This is really good. So the cannoli would have that too, then?
The cannoli is chocolate. A chef could often season the cream a little bit with lemon. Regionally, cannolis come from Sicily, but they're made throughout all of Italy. And the next one is sfogliatella, which is a multi-layered crunchy pastry that has cooked cream inside. And this absolutely crunchy and delicious. First made by the nuns in the Santa Rosa
It's
Villa.
so crunchy, I can't hear you.
Amalfi Coast.
So I know we got that fish that we're going to do something
We
fun
bought a
with.
great fish this morning, an amberjack, and we'll head to the kitchen to make 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃.
What is 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃? What does that mean?
𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃 means crazy water.
Crazy water.
And originally the fish was cooked at sea by the fishermen with a little seawater. They'd always have a little bottle of olive oil, and they'd cook it at sea. And today the tradition goes on with the 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗃.
And any fish, the freshest fish?
It's usually a bluefish, like an amberjack or a sea bass.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. After this sugar rush that we got.
Have a little taste for good luck.
The breast.
The breast.
The best of the breast. It's really, I know.
So now to cook our foods, Lauren has a great place. It's a little bit out of the way, called La Taverna de Leon. It's been around for about half a century at least, family owned and family run. It's so nice. They're allowing me in the kitchen so I can watch them make these fabulous dishes. First thing up, I get to make gnocchi.
So it's a boiled potato that's been mashed with two kinds of Italian flour, the semolina.
Semolina is usually used for the pasta.
Yes, and the 𝗂𝗂 flour, which is a fine powdery flour.
Okay.
And you mix it together. And all also, even though the basic gnocchi is the sorrentino with the typical Vesuvio tomatoes and mozzarella, you can make these, right now the squash flowers are in season, so we make them with squash flowers and vongole. Or you can make them un altro sugo
Ah, con le melanzane.
with eggplant.
Sì.
So the next step is to roll it into
Long
a
tubes.
long tube-like figure. Do you want to give it a try, rolling it? So you want to get it down to...
I'm trying. Why is mine falling apart?
Takes a little practice
When you do it every day.
when you do it every day.
Look how long it's taken me to do one. Okay.
You can either leave them like that
Okay,
or
should
roll
I-
them.
I see.
They're really pretty
Oh,
like
that's
that.
nice.
Questa è la
Okay.
classica forma degli gnocchi.
Yes,
The
it is.
classic
That's a classic.
form. Okay. You always want to take it with your fingers from the side that was cut,
Okay.
Giusto pressare.
Yeah.
and then press it.
Già presso. Sì. Ecco qua.
Okay, there we go. Now that I'm good at.
Sì. Sì.
This is really fun. It's easier than I thought. A nice little mix of potato and a couple of different flours, and I think what makes it light is the 00 flour they use a lot here. Now we're finally going to make the 𝗙𝗶𝘀𝗵, or fishing crazy water as they call it. I guess the chef decided to use his own fish for this dish. Lauren will have to use the amberjack for something else.
Okay.
Know why?
He said, in making 𝗙𝗶𝘀𝗵, there are those chefs that put white wine and those chefs
And
that
he does
do
not. And he does not.
He does not, because when the fish is fresh, he likes to taste the actual elements of the fish. You cover it for a couple of minutes.
I love it. I'm actually understanding the Italian.
Great. So the local tomatoes are the last touch. We start with them, he boils them, puts them in cold water, which will let the peels pop off. And that way you have the real true red of the tomato and not the bitter taste of the skin. Ooh, looking.
That's a lot of tomatoes to peel.
And finally, we get to see the real Neapolitan pizza being made. There's no way I'm leaving the area of Naples without eating pizza. So what better than Chef 𝗪𝗟𝗄, who is an award-winning pizza maker. He makes pizza daily. I'm getting to watch him and find out how he makes these, with special 00 flour and special rules. And he's been doing this a very long time.
You have to use the 00 flour.
The 00. Yeah.
And you have to follow the guidelines of the DO, the domain of origin and those rules. This is called driving the dough.
Uh-huh.
And they make the pasta, it's called pasta dough, but it's pizza dough. They make it every night for the next day with a madre lievito, which is a rising agent that's over 100 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So it's in the back. They have to feed it according to humidity
Oh my goodness.
every day.
Oh.
It's like having a little baby.
It is. You have to nurture it to make it right.
But it's the key ingredients in a very, very fine
Fine.
crust Neapolitan pizza.
so-
A perfect pizza takes about a minute.
A minute. How very hot, hot, hot.
I'm now surrounded by pizza, and I'm definitely finishing this day off very happily. A glass of Italian white wine, fresh fish, and a few slices of Neapolitan pizza. I'm living the life.
I thank you for creating this amazing time in Positano, which, you know, I know we're away from Naples, but I couldn't get away from from having Neapolitan pizza. So
Thank you
to
for
have the
coming.
best. And
Your dream?
live your dream and live your life.